Hey, what's going on, Terricolas? Welcome to another episode. Today, we have special guest Raul Trejo from Cannabica. We're going to be talking about CBD, legalization of weed, all that good stuff. So stay tuned. This is going to be a hot one, guys. It's going to be a hot one. Maybe we'll smoke it afterwards. Bienvenidos, señoras y señores, to another episode of Los Terricolas Podcast, the show where we bring our unique ideas and stories to you while sharing the same ground. We all do. I'm your host, Greg, and today we have a very special guest. We have Cannabica. That's how you pronounce it, right? Cannabica. Okay. Yeah. And then we have Raul. Christian and Raul.
Christian and Raul.
Yeah. And we got the founder and co-founder of Cannabica. Welcome, guys.
Hey, we're excited to be
welcome,
here. You
welcome.
guys have an amazing place, and
Thank you.
excited you guys have a very cool vibe.
All right, hey,
that's
what we do. That's what we do. Yeah, man. I just I don't know. Let's just hit it off, man. Let's start off. So why CBD? Why?
You know, life lands you in places.
Yeah,
Life lands you in places, and you know, I was, believe it or not, the very pioneers in CBD here in El Paso. Maybe about 4 to 5 years ago, way before no one knew about CBD.
Okay.
And it's taken us. It took us a good while. It took me a good while to actually put a brand that I liked and that I was able to back up.
Okay.
CBD just became popular in the last couple of years, and I was way behind. I had a clinic in Santa Teresa, New Mexico, which I recently sold. It was called Reef Medical Clinic. Okay. We would do medical cannabis evaluations for cannabis patients for the New Mexico State program. Mm-hmm. So then CBD started coming trendy in other states,
right?
And I was selling other CBD brands at the clinic.
Gotcha.
And starting, I just jumped on it. Started learning about formulation, about distribution, about logistics, about another whole deal.
Yeah.
And by the time I knew it, I was already like way deep in.
Okay,
So
like it was no more turning back.
Yeah, no more turning back. So I'm like, and then you started seeing like a lot of brands popping up, and now I just wasn't satisfied with the products that were out there, because I already knew it.
Right.
And as much you would start seeing these experts like these born yesterday experts. They knew everything about CBD, so you're like, what?
Well, it's now, especially now you got YouTube, so everybody thinks they're an expert.
Yeah.
Like, I watched 10 YouTube videos, so I know all about CBD.
So it's taken us a good while.
Yeah.
I think that we're there. I mean, people follow us a lot here locally in El Paso. We ship all over the states and Mexico, and we're blessed. I think we're blessed. We're at a good point.
That's awesome.
Still trying to figure out what we're gonna do, what type of distribution. Different angles that we're trying to do, but we're there.
All right.
Yeah, what other angles are you guys trying to approach, brother?
Well, Mexico's gonna be
Mexico?
huge. That's one of the markets that we've that I've looked at for many years. Mm-hmm. Mexico's a huge, very noble market, and Mexico's getting ready to launch the regulations. For the import and export of CBD. Or even actually recreational cannabis. It's on the talks as well in Mexico already.
Really? Isn't it legal over there?
No, it's still not legal.
It's still not legal?
The regulations are going to come. They're going to come for personal use. I think they're going to allow to grow 4 plants for personal use of recreational cannabis. But now we're trying to get a brand that is actually going to work for that focuses on some medicinal and some, I guess, quote unquote, recreational. Because people confuse them. One thing that we like to say, our product is very, very good quality, but it doesn't cure everything. Okay. People you see them. Oh, try this for CBD.
Right.
And it doesn't. I'm like, it's gonna do this, and this, but don't believe the hype. And that's what we do. We try to educate quality. Even if you don't purchase through us. Talk to us. We're going to tell you, hey, this is junk, or don't buy this. Mm-hmm. You know, you have people, a very close friend of mine, she called me the other day. She's like, Christian, sell me a 5,000 milligram bottle.
5,000?
Yeah, and I'm like, what? And she's like, I saw it like on the Wish app. It was like $23. And then I'm like,
I want to go off a Wish, man. I don't know if you want to.
No, and you know, like, she's very close.
Is there such thing as overdosing on CBD? Holy shit.
No, but like even at that price, I'm like, even me that I'm manufacturing, we're not a white label company, or we're doing everything. I'm like, I cannot make it for that price. I'm like, I can't.
Well, listen, I wouldn't consume anything that Wish has. I'll just be honest with you.
You know, there are older ladies in her mind, everything. So she's like, sell it to me. And then I'm like, no. And then she calls my mom. And you know, like she has to ring my mom. She's like, well, tell Christian to sell it to me at a good price. I'm like, no. I'm like, my 3,000, it's at, my 3,000, when it's tested, it's the last batch tested at 3,200 milligrams. I'm like,
shit.
that's $150. You retail.
Okay.
So I can give it to you for 130. 125.
That's not bad. That's not
and then
bad.
I'm like, but I wanted to get it on my back, right? So then eventually I'm like, but what you're telling me, it doesn't exist. I'm like, no, you're gonna, for 5,000, you're gonna be paying $250, $300. She's like, no, look, I saw it. I'm like, okay, well then, buy it there.
It's like going to Gran Mercado. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Yeah.
Plaza de las Rosas. Like,
Sí,
they have all the Chinese stuff.
Sí,
it's
sí,
like
sí.
finding CBD there and like, this is going to work just as great.
Yeah, so CBD works. I tell people, look at the testing, look at the purity, where it's sourced. Right now, they're bringing a lot of CBD from China.
Okay.
So there's less regulations.
Right.
There's a lot of good brands out there, but there's a lot of them that are junk. So now you're try CBD and you're like, you know what, Christian, I've tried CBD, it didn't work. I'm like, okay, let's see why it didn't work. Maybe you bought junk. Maybe the dosage wasn't correct. Maybe you didn't take it consistently. What are you trying to fix?
Okay.
It's just a different world, and I think that's what has set us apart from many other people because we try to educate. We're not like now you see multi-level companies pushing CBD. And
True.
Some over expensive. What I tell people, whenever you compare something, let's compare apples to apples, true milligram to true milligram.
Right.
Because once you compare them, we're gonna be far superior, and you're gonna get something that's tested, somebody that is local, somebody that you actually can go and knock on their door and be like, hey, what is this?
That's true.
And it's just whole.
I think that's a valid point that you bring that up because I remember like personally because I never heard of CBD. I think a lot of people probably don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
It almost seemed like almost like a gimmicky thing. It kind of like vaping.
Yeah.
We should compare it with vaping because it's like vaping was like, oh, this is an alternative to smoking. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden like this CBD came out. And I was like, is this like another one of those like?
Yeah, no,
it's like a gimmicky thing. You know what I mean? Like. Shafa.
You see it in the gas stations. And people tell me, hey, are you not afraid? I'm like, no, you know what? Because you create, you guys know it. You've done it with Terricolas very good. You have your tribe. People follow you already. You have people that know that you're gonna give a good quality product. And I'm like, if look at cell phone chargers, they're all over the place. They're sold at Apple for $50, or you can get them at the gas station for $2.99.
Yeah.
What's the quality?
Okay.
But we see people. Like what he was saying, can we go ahead and overdose on CBD? Some people can actually maybe not overdose, but you're overkilling it. You don't have to start at 5,000.
Right.
Let's go ahead and put you on a treatment.
Yes.
So more than CBD, I think CBD becomes secondary. What Cannabica wants to do is an experience where you're able to get educated. You're gonna be educated on what CBD is and what are you trying to get out of it. Let's say like you guys overall look pretty healthier than me, so that is a very good that's a good thing for you to start. That what is it 300 milligrams? You're able to take 5 to 10 drops if you're feeling the edge. Maybe after this you want to just go ahead and calm down. Okay, that's gonna work for you.
Perfect.
If you're having more pain or inflammation, maybe you can go up 600 or 1,000. If you want to treat something more severe, maybe a 3,000.
Right.
But we're just so used to that consuming as much as we can because it's in a...
Sí, pues sí.
Y entonces lo que pasa, poco a poquito we're able to treat it.
More is not better.
Actually, you're right. With CBD, less is more. Let's go ahead and...
Well, let's be honest. Mexicans are not good at portion control.
Right?
There's no portion control.
So it's, we're a local company. We know our stuff. We know I have a very good experience in the medical field. Like I said, the clinic that I sold, a lot of people know it here in El Paso or even in southern New Mexico.
Okay.
We were actually the first clinic down south in New Mexico that was actually taking Medicaid for cannabis patients.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we actually have local doctors in El Paso that take that have sold our product. Neurosurgeons, neurologists, pain management that they looked at their product and they're like, hey, you know what, we trust you. Let's go ahead and take our product. Just because of the FDA. The FDA is very hard on us right now. They don't want us to make claims. So everything we do is more holistic, more health and wellness. It's up to you. It's a very confusing market and volatile market. But now, I mean, you drive through every street and there's like a CBD shop, CBD shop, CBD shop. So I see that it's going to go ahead and we're going to start seeing a lot of these brands maybe flop up. but then it's going to go ahead and even out the market. It's going to go ahead and separate the good brands, that people that want to stay here for good, or who's trying to make a quick buck.
Okay. What is like the major difference, like in your opinion, like what is there's such pushback, especially with like medicinal marijuana. But like, it seems like CBD is getting kind of like a little bit less scrutiny. Like, what would you say? Like, what's the biggest difference? Like, why do you think that's happening?
Okay, like the cannabis plant,
right?
It has over 98 cannabinoids, active cannabinoids on the plant.
Okay.
CBD is one of them. It has CBG, CBN, THC. THC is the psychoactive ingredient. Yeah. What gets you high, stoned, marijuana. Right, that's the best part.
Right,
but prior to us, like in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, we didn't have the testing that we have now.
Okay.
People would smoke and they wouldn't know why they would feel good, but they would consume more of the THC. Now, with science, we're able to go ahead and say, hey, you know what? THC is not that bad. Just don't consume it as much. Okay. Because you smoke and you're going to obviously get high, but then CBD is going to be lesser. Okay. I'll give you an example. My mother's a cannabis patient.
Okay.
I have my cannabis card. A lot of people in my family have their cannabis card.
Okay.
We know her dosage. She has fibromyalgia. She would use 12 prescription meds. Now she only uses 2, and that's her cholesterol pill. And she doesn't want to stop eating bread, so she has to take that pill. Yeah. But when she started, we didn't know. She knows that she can take a gummy like every day with THC, not CBD stuff, like actual THC stuff. Okay. And at 5 to 10 milligrams, she's going to be good, and the pain's going to be taken away. Oh, okay. But if she takes 50 milligrams, she's already going to the rec site. Oh, shit. Because there's really no medicinal marijuana. The marijuana is the same. It's cannabis, just with different strains. Or you get your card, and maybe at the dispensary, there's different doses or percentages for the cannabis. But she takes her gummy, and she's good. Or we go back to the same thing. People have asked us, hey, well, my CBD is good, but there's things out there like in medicinal markets that people tell me, they're like, hey, do you guys consume your CBD? And I'm like, well, our CBD is good, but we can actually grow in our house. We can make my mom like a better tincture that is not allowed for everyone else, especially in Texas. I'm like, Texas, you guys cannot have access to what New Mexico has. Okay. So I'm like, this is good, but there's still things out that are better.
You're keeping the good shit for yourself, is what you're saying.
Well, this is pretty much so you guys can sell it in the market.
That is correct, yes.
So there's some stuff that is like has THC or is pure or is better, but it can't really be sold because it's not FDA approved yet.
Right, or it's illegal because it's actually marijuana.
It's actually marijuana. Yeah. Okay.
Man. Okay. Do you guys, is that irritating? Like, you be honest, like, is that bother you a little bit?
That what?
Like how much pushback there's been just because of especially here in Texas.
You know, in the clinic, dude, it actually was saddening. Every day we would get a patient, cancer patient, because we were in Santa Teresa, like and
I remember it. Yeah, I remember it. I've seen it.
Well, yeah, I mean, everyone would like actually post pictures. We were like people. We had a huge following base. People would go from Texas, sell me cannabis. My mom has cancer. And we would feel so bad because we're like, well, actually, no, we only have it for New Mexico residents. Yeah. But I have CBD. And people confuse it. You know, like we don't sell CBD as a cure for cancer because it's not. Okay. It's for other things. There's other topicals or solutions that people claim that it cures cancer. I'm not a physician, or I don't like to put hope on people. I'm like, these are the treatments you try, and maybe it's gonna help.
Yeah, well, it's like you went back to that. Like, you can't, you gotta make these claims, and you gotta be clear. It's like it's not like it's FDA approved.
Correct.
Like, I think I saw something, an article about a 4-year-old girl that she had epilepsy. I think you guys were posted that.
Yeah, she's a Ruby. She's we can say it. She went to the clinic and. She's been seizure free. We still donate her. It's been about 2 years that every month we give her she's been taking her CBD. But actually, first let me answer your question. Is it the pushback? Yes. Sometimes it's sad because Texas is a little bit more reserved on some things, and people cannot get the true benefits of what the plant can do for you. Okay. The cannabis plant, but it's moving forward. Now hemp is allowed in Texas. Okay. There's a lot of hemp farms now in Texas. Right. More CBD brands are gonna come, and yes, no, I like open markets. I like capitalism. So once Texas opens, that makes that makes me want to become a better brand, because if not, I'm going to be wiped out. There's going to be this kid that is going to be growing in Texas or anywhere, other places in Texas, that they're gonna push us to become better, and they're gonna have better products. So if we don't stay on top of our game, then we're gonna be out, just like a lot of the companies that's gonna happen right now. Going back to Ruby's she's our patient. She was our patient at the clinic, and now she takes our CBD. And her grandmother they're a testimony that we've been giving them their product for free. It's like I guess a donation, a contribution.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome.
But it took us about 2 months to get her stabilized, because we didn't even know. We were the same thing as almost everyone. We'll give her 2,000 milligrams.
Okay.
So she would be like up and down, and we were able to. Right now we have her at 15. Yes, but we didn't know. It was just kind of like trial and error. And I mean, I feel for Ruby, because we would have her like up and down. But now she's had weeks up to 2 weeks with 0 seizures. And her life has changed. I've seen it with my own eyes. One time the grandmother forgot to tell me. She's like, Christian, we forgot. Life went on. We forgot the oil. I'm like, okay, I'll go. And she's like, look, when I was there, she was having a seizure.
Oh, wow.
Oh, bullshit. So she's like, look. And then she opens a bottle and puts it in her mouth. And then I was just like, what? And then Ruby just started like
calming
down. I'm like, I couldn't even record it. I was just too quick. And I was okay. Weird stuff that I've seen it with my eyes.
That's awesome.
So that's the one time that I've seen it, that with the CBD, she was just calm.
You think your brain already knew like
weird stuff,
what was ingesting? Yeah,
no, weird stuff, like weird stuff. Like side of my eyes, she was shaking,
crazy.
And then she's like, "Look," and she gave it to her in the mouth, and she started breathing.
That's such a beautiful story.
That's awesome.
I mean,
awesome.
That's great. I believe in karma, and and you guys are setting good karma. Helping out of the kindness of your heart, and all the energy comes back, and then we go back to how the market is not open yet.
Yeah.
But it will be, and you guys are pretty much staying on top of it. So when it opens, like boom, like a horse out of the gate, like you guys are going.
Yeah.
And I mean, your website is flawless. I like it.
Thanks.
It looks freaking awesome.
I was gonna say, sorry. I think you guys should have like an about. Do you guys not have? I was trying to find like an about.
Like our story.
Yeah, something like that. That'd be dope.
I don't think we have it. Yeah, and you know what? Dope. We're just growing. Right now, we're opening like I guess our flagship store.
Okay.
And I invite everyone to see it and compare every single CBD store in El Paso, because I've been through all of them. And the experience that we're going to have, I mean, Raul can tell you, maybe he can point a little bit about what we're going to do. And it's going to be an experience where people can go enjoy free coffee, free oxygen bar, free
like coffee infused CBD?
Coffee with CBD, oxygen bar, massage chairs.
That's awesome.
A bunch of free activities. That everything is just to educate.
Good.
It's our flagship store, and that's what we're trying to model from here. I mean, if we're able to expand, we want to expand obviously in the United States, grow our customer base here.
Okay.
But if you ask me, where do you think your future truly is? I think Cannabica we can really dominate Mexico.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Awesome.
That's dope.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I kind of wanted to interject.
Go for it.
Back to where you said the pushback.
Yeah.
I deal more with like the marketing, the website, influencers, ambassadors, because unfortunately, because of the pushback, it's Facebook and Google, they kind of frown on us doing traditional ads.
Okay.
Through Facebook and Google ads. So we have to use other means. So, right now we're trying to grow our Instagram. Mm-hmm. We're trying to get a lot of traffic to the website. And with that, we're trying to use influencers. We have an ambassador program.
Okay.
So we have a couple of ambassadors, a few actually already that are already putting, the brand out there. So yeah, as far as pushback, that's probably something that is frustrating, because I know that if we were able to put traditional ads and, target certain demographics, we'd probably be able to grow a lot faster. Okay. So right now, like Chris said, we're growing. We're still, finding out, what, you mentioned the about section. And we appreciate your input, because sometimes information from the outside
it helps us.
It helps us, and that's definitely something we're going to add. I mean, we still have a lot of things that we want to do. We're focusing on the flagship store, which we're still up in the air. We want to call it, but it's Cannabica. It's going to be Cannabica Experience or something like that.
Okay.
Nice. But yeah, it's going to be a retail store. It's going to sell nothing but our products. It's going to look really nice. Really stocked. We're gonna have a lounge area, free Wi-Fi. It's gonna kind of be like,
Like a hangout spot.
like a
Yeah, like a hangout spot.
Dope.
Those are awesome.
It's like a
That's awesome.
coffee shop, like kind of like, you know.
Yeah.
Not, I was gonna say better, but like I was gonna like reinvent it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you're gonna reinvent the idea of like a coffee
Just
shop.
an idea,
Yeah.
or
It's
even
awesome.
or even where somewhere where you can actually go and we can do this and like now it's
Yeah.
experience.
Dude,
People-
that'd be awesome if we did a fucking episode on
we
on
do
that.
it over there where people can actually go and be like, hey, you know what? This is what we are. Well, that was our idea where people have like an access to a place where they can use it. You know, come in and go out. Where we're able to educate and not only. Well, just you guys do it next time wherever you're around. Stop at a CBD shop and they're gonna have 3 or 4 little bottles and they're gonna be like, okay, well, take this for this. And no, it's more than that. You know, we want lifelong customers. We want repeat customers. People that feel that you know what they're getting the value for what they're doing.
And I think you guys are doing like the perfect, like this is the best way that you can, market anything. Because at the end of the day, like people are always gonna fear what they don't understand.
Yeah.
And not everybody wants to do the research. You know what I'm saying? Like, people están flojos, they're
Sí.
lazy. And, they see something like, que es pura marihuana. Like
Sí,
I already
no,
know.
no.
I can already hear. Like if I tell my mom, like, oh, mira esto, mom, she was like, son drogas. Like, she doesn't understand. But like the fact that you guys are saying, like, no, it's not that simple. Like here, grab this and drink it. It's like it's more complicated. It's like gauging and everything. So I think you guys are doing a great job.
Like, believe it or not, like it happens all the time. But once you educate them and you get them, I can tell you I don't know. Like right now, just because of actually the clinic, I have hundreds and patients that are willing to give their testimony.
Okay.
Like that they're like, hey, well, that we've used it, we've gone from this to that.
Yeah.
And of CBD, and obviously other people that have tried different brands, and they're like, they come back to us just because they like it and they function better.
Right.
But it's happened as well. A lot of that has to do with maybe the plant genetics, because I've had people that say, Christian, you know what, your product was good, but I found something that was better. And I'm like, hey, that's fair.
Okay.
But you found something that worked.
Right.
But you look at the brands, or you compare it apples to apples, and yeah, that's a very good product. I can tell you 10 brands that are amazing brands, that they're vertically integrated, that they from the seed to the shelf, everything is theirs. But then when we're in the price point, we're in the same level. But then you have this that is $40, and then you want to get it for $2.99. I'm like, no, dude. I can't. It's two different things.
So you have to pretty much have to explain to people why it is the price that it is. Like,
what are you paying for?
What are you paying for?
You get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for.
And if it's a $20 packet from 7-Eleven, like, it's not gonna give you the benefit that you think.
Yeah.
I've tried some from Supplement Express. They have CBD products there, and I tried their leaf. I guess they're already pre-rolled. I smoked one of those, and I didn't get high. It was just a weird fuzz, and then I don't know. I don't even know if it made me feel better or not. Like,
the flower,
because it has this 0.03. Is it THC?
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't feel a difference. But I'm pretty sure if I would have gone the educated way, like, look, like this is this much, and learned about it, I could have gotten a better experience out of it, because it was just more for the look of it. Like, oh, look, I'm smoking.
Yeah.
I want to be cool, like Fonzie or something.
Like, to me, and I can tell you, if I smoke a pre-roll of CBD, that's a lot of CBD to consume in one. Okay. So that just gives you such a headache, because you're taking like a lot of CBD. So you have to maybe like for a headache or to go to sleep, 3 or 4 puffs, and you have to understand your body and what it needs.
Yeah.
So people think that it's gonna be a pre-roll, but yeah, it's 0.03 THC, but you're gonna get I guess like a buzz, más bien mareado.
Yeah.
Pero no es not the super good.
Not the good mareado.
You're like, it's like when you smoke like 2 cigarettes.
There you go.
Those Camels Crush.
Yeah.
Is there a different? You can smoke this, right? Like, is there a way to smoke this?
Not this. It's too thick.
No, I don't know.
What do you want to make crack out of it?
No. Like that.
Go grab the spoon.
I think I got you. You meant like the oils, right? Like the vapes.
Yeah.
No, because people want to put it on the vapes, and this oil is too thick, so it will not burn correct with the pens.
Okay.
Well, we go back to the same thing. You go to any vape shop and tell them, hey, give me the CBD. Oh, you put it on your vapes. No, it doesn't burn at the same temperature. So you're gonna fuck up your
rig.
Yeah, your rig, or that's like like just get vape that has like the proper oil.
Okay.
Ours is more for sublingual, and everything that we have right now. I think that once we open the flagship store, we're gonna be able to move to more, I guess. I mean, I don't want to call it recreational, but to more, I guess, open products.
Yeah.
But right now, everything that we do have is geared towards more of a, I guess, quote unquote, medicinal.
Okay, cool.
So are you guys gonna open another shop as far as using THC as well, or you guys are gonna focus more on the CBD?
Well, no, there's other projects coming.
Okay.
That we're actually working on a huge project in New Mexico.
Okay,
God
perfect.
willing, we're able to go ahead and work those hand in hand. And cannabis is a good business. I want to get in it. Almost a lot of people want to get in it, but it's really not what people think it is. We're there. We have various opportunities.
Yeah.
We're talking to some cannabis dispensary owners because I live in Southern part of New Mexico. I guess I'm a New Mexico resident.
Okay.
And I have good relations in New Mexico. We have the possibility now to open an actual cannabis dispensary.
Oh, nice.
But now we're outweighing our options. I'm like, you know what? Our CBD brand is actually taking off.
Okay.
I mean, do we really want, just because a lot of people, I guess, are bragging rights, I have a dispensary, but there's a lot of red tape. There's a lot of taxes. Now you sold, quote unquote, $1 million, but then 60-70% is taken away. Now I'd rather sell a CBD bottle and there's no red tape. There's
I get you.
It's more flexibility.
Yep,
So
yep,
it's
yep.
it's those things.
So the weed would be more of a passion project, like, because you love what weed is and what weed represents.
Yeah.
So it would be more of a passion project, like, oh, this is just,
Yeah,
I own a dispensary at this point, but
I
right
think
now,
so, yeah.
you want to focus on CBD.
Because I think that it can scale quicker.
Yep.
I think we have the distribution channels in Mexico set up to be actually to replicate this to 50 to 80 locations quick, and focus on that rather than. And it may happen because we're on the talks right now to actually open some dispensaries. Before I go on, recreational is coming, guys. Recreational is coming in New Mexico. Sign. You heard it here first. It's gonna come next year. It's gonna pass in the legislature. Okay. In Santa Fe, they're gonna approve it and it's gonna become recreational.
Wow.
I can almost
guarantee
it.
Don't pull a weatherman right now. Don't tell me it's not gonna rain. You're gonna get.
No, actually it is. New Mexico.
That's good.
New Mexico's in a very peculiar position.
Okay.
Where they needed the governor supporting it. So us in El Paso, we're gonna be lucky because within the next year or two, everybody's gonna be able to drive to Sunland Park, to Anthony. You guys are gonna be able to drive to Chaparral, and you guys are gonna be able to buy recreational marijuana.
Damn it, bro.
That's gonna happen.
Oscar's gonna be the first one.
So that's gonna happen.
Hey,
will
you jealous?
CBD go away? No, it's not gonna go away.
Definitely not.
It's different products. It's different products, and we become you become a good niche. We're a niche market.
Okay.
So we get our tribe and then we go from there. But recreational is coming. There's a lot of dispensaries getting ready to open, and we're talking to a couple of people, and it's just a matter of what's gonna be a fit for us. So that's where we're at.
That's good.
I was gonna ask you about that because we're talking about the niche. You have a niche market, right? So you have your followers. Everybody's loyal to you. What do you think? What's it gonna take for it to be just socially acceptable? Do you think
to remove the stigma? What do we need to do? It's education.
Okay,
it's gonna happen.
Okay.
If let me tell you an example. All of us, we grew up with our parents is there. No, it's gonna happen. No, es que la marihuana y es lo peor. Después de ahí ya sigues a la heroína.
Right, like a gateway drug.
Right, a gateway drug. But what's happening, all of us are talking about marijuana. If we had a marijuana, if it was legal, it would have been okay.
Right.
Your kid comes, my son, his son, your daughter, it's open. Now your kids are growing up with they're influencers. They're on Instagram and they're telling them, hey, marijuana's okay. Now your son, years pass, and your son goes to Las Vegas at 17 or 18, and he's like, "Hey, marijuana's all over. Now it's legal."
Right.
But then you're telling him, "Hey, it's actually not." You're half of his influence, but you're actually a minority of his enforcement.
Okay.
When he sees his friends, maybe even some teachers are like, "Hey, it's really not that bad." it's gonna change his mentality. True. So I think with time, just all of us, it's just progressing, and it's gonna take time.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean,
what?
No. Yeah.
It's gonna take time for us for everyone to become more socially acceptable. Maybe it's gonna be like,
stop moving the mic. We can all hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay,
I think that it's gonna come a time where 10 to 15 years. Actually, let's talk 2 years from now, 3 years from now.
Okay.
Hey, you know what?
Right.
You guys are having a get together at your house, and be like, hey, beers, or let's go to the dispensary. Let's go get some gummies.
Yeah.
So now your kids are gonna be like, hey, like my dad did gummies, or
trailblazing.
So it's gonna happen, you know. So now your kid will not have that stigmatized that it's illegal.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be more open, it's gonna flow, and I think we're able to think, and we're able to see. I mean, from all of us, maybe we've had some friends that decided to drink socially, and some became alcoholics, and they're there.
True. And that's the crazy thing is that alcohol is so readily available. Like you can buy yourself like a $5 of booze and go like quote unquote kill yourself like driving home. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, this was like $40. Right? This is
that's
you know
$30.
I mean? And like, but there's a little bit of stigma, you know, like people
it's
like,
still
CBD. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What are you taking that for? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's like, hey, I have a cabinet full of fucking liquor. Oh, that's cool, man. You know, my dad had one of those. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really weird.
Yeah, and I think it's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
With anything, I mean, responsible. I mean, I myself still believe that, you know, at 18, try marijuana. For kids 14, 15. Right. Even though I've had many cases in the medicinal, you're getting supervised, and you have a doctor that is actually treating a condition,
right?
Severe depression, anxiety. We have a little girl. She's a patient in New Mexico. She's about 5 years old right now. She has a tumor behind her eye.
Oh, wow.
And they treat her with cannabis pills because they want to keep like the tumor small.
Okay.
And her head is too small to get surgery.
Okay.
So if they do a drug test on her, she's gonna be positive. But that's a treatment that she's getting, but that's totally different than a kid at 14 that wants to go ahead and smoke marijuana, you know?
True.
So
I get you.
When was the first time you got caught smoking?
I never got caught.
You never got caught? You're the one that got away?
No, I mean, my parents were cool, and I'm like, you know, they were just like, they were really not that like...
strict, I guess?
No, I mean, so even now, like, where it's more open, it's like, hey, you know...
Yeah. I think
what about you, Raul?
Moderation, man.
Believe it or not, man, I don't consume.
Oh, really?
Yeah, cool, man.
You just saw it was a good
opportunity.
Well, what happened was that I met Christian about 4 or 5 years ago at the Reef Medical Clinic, which she was talking about. And I have a background with marketing and website and social media advertising.
Okay.
So I was actually at a meeting with him and my partner at that time, and we were trying to get him a website and and do his Facebook advertising or whatnot. And I'm sorry.
No,
it didn't go through.
Okay.
But we kind of kept the connection, right? We still kept on talking, and a couple of years passed. I saw him at the. You guys ever go to that event at the convention center, Live Fit?
Live Fit.
I think it's called Live Fit, where they have like the CrossFit games.
Yep.
Strongman and all that. So I saw him there.
I went to that one the first year, and then the second year. When they had Mr. El Paso there and like all this other stuff.
Yeah, he goes because you lift weights now.
Oh, dude.
Every now and then. Not anymore right now, right?
The gym.
I was writing it. I'm like, hey, Raul, I think he looks like you. You guys are brothers.
Hell yeah. Meatheads for life.
Yeah. So anyway, so we kind of kept in touch, and I kept on with my marketing journey and stuff like that, working with other companies. And then about a year ago or so, we kind of reconnected. Okay. And he was doing other projects. Cannabica was kind of like on stall, and I said, hey man, how can we work together? And he's like, as a matter of fact, let's start reviving this. So we've been pushing it ever since, and
the curve was just been amazing.
Yeah, so we've been just making it grow, brand awareness, getting into people's hands, getting on things like this.
And you know what's funny that we were like, I mean, I can tell you if I was probably the first or second person in whole El Paso that to sell it, and so many brands came, and I did other things, other projects, but still came back to this, and it's still such as saturated as people think it is. it's still not. I mean, it's still new. People don't know it, or even people, if you go to a place, they don't know what they're talking about. So I still saw the opportunity. I'm like, hey, you know what? It's a good project. It's easy. Raul came on board, and he was able to go ahead and take a huge, well, I mean, actually not a huge load because I didn't know that load. He was able to take a huge part of the whole process.
Right.
And we're good. We're at a good place.
That's awesome, man. I was gonna say, like, I couldn't help but, like, oh man, the stupid stereotype. Because I was thinking, like, what was that meeting like? Where I was like, hey, I want to work for you, and then he just, like, I just imagine, like, pull like a big fat one, just like, here you go, man.
We met at the clinic, right?
Yeah, well, actually, I just kind of reached out through, I don't know if it was social media or text, because I still had his number, and I just told him, hey, man, what do you got? What projects you got going on? Because I know he's passionate. I mean, like if you guys listen to him, he knows his stuff. And that's what I like about it, you know, especially when I'm looking at something, a partner, somebody who's serious about something,
right?
That they have the knowledge, because, you know, like you said, we're dealing with an item that's, you know, can help people. Yeah. So, you know, it's very important that we're just not pushing something just because, you know, we can make a quick dollar. Right. We want to make sure that we're selling something that's quality, that's premium, and that we have the information that we can pass it on to the consumer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just thought, what do you got going on? And I met him at his office, and we kind of went over some ideas, and we kind of just clicked as far as working together. And awesome. We've just we got a lot of things, you know, coming on board for the future. There's other projects,
right?
But the way I see this, you know, like Christian was saying, you know, it might seem like it's saturated, but it's like, I mean, how many protein powders are there? You know, how many pre-workouts are there? You know what I mean?
That's true.
You know, there's something for everybody. So, yeah, exactly. So in the end, if we educate them and, you know, we give them a quality product.
Okay. It's there. And, well, you guys know it. Building your tribe. That's what's saying. You have to build your tribe. Yes. People that follow you. You've said it. Joe Rogan. He has his followers. Right. He pushes his product. Yep. You guys are doing the same thing, and you're gonna push what you're gonna push. People are gonna follow you, and you will always have those people. You're gonna have the people that are naysayers, or that they get into the product or try something else. But you know what? Hey, it's good. O sea, el sol sale para todos.
That's true. That's true.
It's a big pie. Everybody gets a slice.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a slice. We're all just trying to get some of it too.
Yeah. It's always good when you rally behind like a good cause to like a vision. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, like how you rally behind Chris here. Like you saw, like it was like, hey, like this guy's onto something. You know, like he's got a vision. He's got that drive, and I mean, I don't think you can really go wrong. Well, unless you're in like a cult or something. Let's do like a cult or something. But as long as you got a good cause,
that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. So the energy. I think maybe like a week ago, I was talking to my old lady about energy. How sometimes you come, it's really strong, and then you know something happens and you let it go. So that idea, that energy goes out, and then like you were saying, Raul, that you met up with him, and then the energy came back and the idea came back, and you guys caught it. Like, you know what?
Yeah,
let's run with it. Like it's gonna work because it just made a full circle. And as of lately, that's all I've been thinking about: energy, good vibes, good energies, and really believing in the other person. Like I think that makes a big difference.
You know, I've owned other businesses. I've done very good, and I've done like very bad, and I've done very good. But you know, before I was kind of like a rush. I just wanted to I like that. I'm getting older, so I really can't do that anymore. But
you like building stuff.
But then we talk a lot with Raul, and I'm like, you know, there's a point, and for you guys or for anyone that is starting a business, that way before, I'm telling you, the first time that I can admit it, that I thought I was like self-made. Like and it's not like that, dude. I mean, it's really not like that. They're like, once you look at your employees, the ones that look at the people that give you their time, that believe in you, that put all of their hours, like you work. You're not with your family. It's a sense of a whole group. And now that I look back, I'm like, there's people that have really just because, I mean, I guess they believed actually in my crazy ideas that we were able to do what we did.
Yep.
But so now you start bringing people, and I'm like, everybody has a role.
Yep.
And if this person is not good, it may not fail like this. So yeah, your mentality starts. I'm a little bit older now, so your mentality starts changing.
Yeah.
That a team is better. That you're like, you don't have to have like the whole glorification anymore.
It's humility.
But it only comes with age, I think. I mean, maybe
how
at least
old are you, brother?
I'm 37.
37?
I'm
How about
37.
yourself, Raul?
36. I'll be
36,
37.
37.
Okay.
Not that bad.
Whenever you're how old are you?
27.
Ooh, 10 years. Bro.
Yeah, 28.
No, whenever at that age, I wanted to everything was me. Like I'm like,
I get you.
And it's,
No,
It's how it is. Yeah, it's how it is.
Actually, at 27, I was doing like extremely well. I mean, and
That's good.
but I was like blinded. And like things happen in life that make you humble. Like life makes you
exactly.
humble.
I was about
Like
to say that.
Life
Humility-
will fucking make you
I was
humble.
gonna say that. I was actually just not to copy you. Like Oscar, sorry, it's gonna look at Oscar because Oscar says that I like to piggyback on people's thoughts. It's like, hey, like that's what that guy said. But no, I really.
That's not what I said. I said that it's like
Don't say it.
I said it's like Pinky and the Brain.
Damn it.
Because I give him an idea and then 10 minutes later, oh bro, let me tell you an idea, and I'm like, bitch, I just told you that. I don't even get mad anymore. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. That's a smart
There's
one.
a term for that. Fuck, I forgot what it's called. Cryptomnesia or something like that.
It's being a bitch ass. That's what it is.
And that happens to comedians a lot. Like they'll hear a bit like 10 years and then.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
I mean, it's flattery, and if you want to expand from it, because like you see like all these motivational posts twisted 100 times,
Yeah.
and I'm like, it's still the same thing. I'm like,
I
you
get
know,
you.
like,
But
just
El mismo gato nomás más revolcado.
Sí, lo mismo.
I was thinking about humility, like what you were saying, because I was thinking about like, yeah, like we kind of go through life, especially when we're like younger, like oh, like I'm just gonna just ran through it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have all the answers. Like nah, tú no sabes, ma. Yo sí sé. Vas a ver que-" You know what I'm saying? But like I was thinking about humility, and I was like, if you really think about humility, it's not like a good thing in the sense of like it's not like a good feeling when you realize like, hey man, like settle down. You know what I'm saying? Like humility, I like to think of it as like it's como una medicina, way. You know what I mean? Like chemotherapy or something. Like you need it. You need it to fucking be here. But like it's not like you wake up in the morning. Oh man, inyectar pinche insulina aquí. You know what I mean? Like it's like that. That's how I think about it. Like humility is something that's necessary, but it's not necessarily a good feeling when you kind of como que te sienta. You know what I mean? Like it sits you down. It's like, hey man, like what the fuck? Like calm down. Like you're not shit. You know? What I'm saying?
and actually, no, you're not. Like I mean, I'm blessed, brother, actually to be surrounded from like all sorts of people. I mean, all sorts, and then I see it, and now I learn. And before I was like, even before, like you already see that this guy was like 20 steps ahead of me, but I was like, no, I'm still like better. Like I'm not. I was always right, you know. Like,
I get you.
And it's funny that I'm like, no, I'm right. It's not like that. Sometimes I'll listen to Raul or our team, and I'm like, yeah, maybe it is true. Just because I like it, it doesn't mean that like you guys are gonna like it. I mean, and my ideas are not always right. You have to kind of let go. I mean, like como niño cuando está con las papitas, agarra una, cierra la mano. You're like, hey, like open the bag.
That's a good analogy.
Like le hace el niño y después pinche te cierra, te sacas una, like, open the bag.
I get you.
O sea, agarra, o sea, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
O sea, hay más, o sea, si se acaban. You kind of just have to like let go. But I mean, to me, it came with age. Hopefully, you guys are younger and are able to know that working together, working with partners, you're gonna build a lot faster. Right. So you're gonna build a lot faster. You're gonna enjoy the ride. And I've started many good adventures, and sometimes you're like, when I'm get there, hey dude, but I'm there. I mean, every day counts. The journey's the best.
Oh man, I always think about that not Andy Dwyer. That's from Parks and Rec. What's his name? The guy from have you seen The Office?
No.
Oh my god.
I don't watch shows.
Office, who?
Andy, what's his name? And shit.
Dwight?
No. Andy, the Ed Helms character, the angry guy who punched the wall. Jesus Christ, I'm like, okay. Anyway, at the end of the show, like they do like a finale, and he says to the camera, he says, "I wish." Andy Bernard. There you go.
This guy?
That's what we got Jamie for. There you go. Hey, you know the monitor is not on, right?
It's not on?
No.
It's just our show or what? Oh, actually, no, it's not on.
I've been putting stuff on.
It's not on, bro. You've been putting stuff up, and and you were like, "How come these guys aren't paying attention to my stuff?"
No, I was thinking the same thing when we were talking about the TV. I was like, okay.
TV there. All right, cool. No, yeah, Andy, that guy.
Oh, okay.
In the end of the season, he says,
like I was looking at everything, but
there you go.
It was okay.
It's all right, man.
Actually, I was thinking, I'm like, maybe he's like bored with us.
No, I'm over here looking up everything.
I'm like, he's doing stuff. I'm
Jesus,
that's my fault, man. I should have said something.
I know. What the hell?
I said something now.
This is the first time. This is the first time we're using
It's like a
this.
trial run.
Oh, okay.
So you guys are like breaking ground right now.
That's
So
crazy.
We're trying out new
Guinea
stuff,
pigs.
you know.
There you go, exactly. No, but I was gonna say on the end of the last episode, he says, "I wish someone would tell you that these are the good old days before."
Oh,
they
exactly.
pass you by."
These are the
But
good old days.
You never know, like until afterwards. Like, shit.
Yeah.
I missed it. You know what I mean?
How are sales with this whole COVID thing, man? Like, how is that?
Actually, they're good.
They're
People
better.
They're, actually,
Game.
they're there.
That's awesome.
We're
Yeah.
delivering. Like people call us, and then we just deliver. And I
Oh,
guess
that's dope.
yeah. So we just put like our little bags, and then we have a route.
That's
we
so
get people
cool.
from all over in El Paso.
Really?
I'm telling
Awesome,
you.
man.
Even what's like the lady that look at the
Oh,
farthest
over there,
one?
like Homestead Meadows.
Homestead
Whoa.
Meadows,
East
Savings,
Montana,
East
yeah.
Montana.
Okay.
A lot of people from the east side follow us, and the
Nice.
west side.
How did you find out about the market in Mexico? Like, honestly, I'm a little ignorant as to what happens in Mexico. Like,
Mexico's a good market for everything.
I'm pretty sure.
Like for good brands, like we don't have to compromise our price. We can keep it the same or give it a little bit more expensive. And I mean, the labor is a lot less. I mean, I don't want to say
okay.
cheaper, but it's a lot less for labor. So it's a
Okay.
good market. I found out I was a city rep for the city of Solon Park
Okay.
for 2 terms. So my
Okay.
relationships grew out there in Mexico. Actually, at your age, I was 23 when I joined politics.
Okay.
So
Really?
I was there, and before, I don't know if you guys remember, like a couple of maybe about 8 years, and 8 to 10 years, maybe all the scandal in Solon Park when people were getting arrested. And
No.
went way
What?
back. I mean, a lot.
was in
A
high
huge
school.
thing. Maybe. So it was like a huge thing, and I was there as a city.
What are you doing? Oh my god! Now we're gonna look at like how we're staring at you, typing in the.
Which one is it?
That one, guilty.
This one?
Yeah,
That one?
that's my buddy right there.
Let's see. I'll be Joe Rogan. As good. It says guilty pleas in Sunland Park blackmail case. That's crazy.
Is that what's going down or what?
Corruption has admitted to felony extortion and conspiracy to commit extortion against fellow mayoral candidate Gerardo Hernandez involving a lap dance video. What? Woo!
So,
is there a video of the lap dance? That'd be fantastic.
it was somewhere on the
That's
online.
awesome. Let's see.
That's crazy.
Maybe I
You could search the word.
Which
plea
one?
Agreement. Like if you can search the word. What's the word that we're looking for?
Well, no, I mean, don't Google my name though, because
No.
going back.
Let's go back.
Damn.
Actually, no, it's a good
Yeah.
weird time. So
Weird
time.
I was in politics. Going back to that,
Okay.
and my relations grew, and I kept good relations with a lot of people out there. And with
Okay.
this opportunity, I reached back to them, and I'm like, hey, you know what? There's opportunity. Let navigate, because even though we consider ourselves Mexicans, that's in a different world, brother. We're
That's
over
true.
there, we're
Yeah.
not. We're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what?
I mean, we're technically American. I'm like technically an
Chicanos?
American. Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause I
we're
was
like-
born here, like politically.
Yeah, I mean, I was born
Yeah.
here. I think we maybe all of us were.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
you go back to Juarez or Mexico, and I became a Mexican national. I guess I got
Oh, wow.
my dual citizenship.
Okay.
My parents had to go to the consulate. It was actually a pretty good experience.
Really?
Yeah, people tell you that, oh, Mexico. I went to the consulate. My appointment was around 11. At 11, they called me, and everything was so quick. And then I took my
Really?
parents. I took my 2 witnesses. My parents took their birth certificates, and I took my 2 witnesses. And they're like, okay, now you're a Mexican citizen.
Nice.
That's
Is
so
there a
cool.
test or anything like that? Like
No, dude,
here?
it's I mean, if you we travel a lot in Mexico.
Okay.
To where there is a beach, or to Mexico City, wherever.
Okay.
And you have to get a permit for the Mexican
right,
customs.
right.
So we travel maybe like once or twice a year with this. Now you just get your passport and they let you go. You're like a Mexican.
Shit.
It's badass. I like it.
It's like when we used to come back in the day, you just be like American.
Yeah,
Dunskies.
pretty much.
Yeah.
So that
Automatically.
happened. But going back to getting the IDs out there, I was kind of like, dude, what's going on? It's a different process. So these guys have helped me like really navigate through the system, through their FDA, which is called COFEPRIS. COFEPRIS has helped us a lot. Their notary the way that they do their notary. But you can get them here like
Yeah,
easily.
yeah.
Over there, they're only like select few. It's kind of like a syndicate.
Oh, what?
It's weird stuff, but they're like it's
That's
weird.
crazy. A syndicate. I want to be part of a
It's
syndicate.
because it's only them, so you have to go to.
It's like a club.
It's like a club.
Damn. So people are over there doing it in their fucking house and stuff here. Like
I myself went all out. I myself got my voter ID. Now I can actually vote in Mexico. So,
Oh shit! Did you vote last? Did you?
no,
vote this
it was after, but I wish
okay.
I could have. That there's my driver's license. I went to Juarez and got a Mexican just to open like a. I didn't want to like have any like, hey, you're missing this paperwork. I went to go get everything.
Okay.
So I
that's
had-
badass.
And is it so in Mexico? So is it a certain kind of person? Let's stereotype. So is it a certain kind of person that buys the CBDs? Like for me in my head is somebody maybe with long hair, like dresses a certain way, or I don't know, like
no.
or it's just everybody in general. Like it doesn't
Everybody
look
in
like
general.
like a certain type.
No, everybody in general.
Okay.
No. Like I think we're blessed. We have like a lot of good customers that they're very affluent. You can tell that actually they're affluent people.
Okay.
So,
Okay, I get you.
but yeah, we don't get like I guess weirdos. There's the people that I guess that buy from us right now. They're people that obviously are affluent and they're trying to look for an alternative for a
okay.
different for a different paint. But the distribution channel that we're opening, it's gonna cater to different markets as
Yeah.
well.
Yep,
So
yep,
that's
yep.
a very good question because
Like Austin is a.
Well,
They're telling us to keep our mask on.
something about masks probably. Be conscious and keep love your
mom
from a distance and avoid. Wow.
Hey, this is 4. They said 4 is good.
It's affecting Mother's Day now.
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Austin is really awesome. It's like California and Texas, and everybody's really fluent as far as letting people do what they want, and everybody keeps to themselves. And marijuana use is not frowned upon. Like you can be out and about smoking weed in the park, and nobody tells you anything. Cops don't mess with you as long as you're not doing anything
Yeah.
bad. Like they don't mess with you. But where I'm trying to go with is, I don't know, that market is really great because they're really open-minded, and I loved it over there. I enjoyed it a lot. My old lady didn't like it very much, but I did. Yeah, I liked it a lot. And the opportunity for expansion, like for market over there, to open a business over there is super good. Like it's
I
it's
believe
really
so.
great. It's really great. I loved it. I loved it a lot.
All right. You loved it a lot. Just kidding.
No, I
much
mean,
did you
I'm
like-
saying like
I'm just
when the
saying,
barriers get broken, because
Yeah.
this is. I mean, you come here and you make it sound like it's gonna happen pretty soon. I mean,
awesome.
I'm pretty excited about
Well,
it.
in New Mexico, like what
It's
you're
gonna
talking
happen
about,
in
it's going to
Mexico.
happen. And
Recreational.
That is already in the works. We're actually working on a project that it's going to have that consumption lounge, cafe. You're able to experience. It's going to be an experience. It's going to be, hey, go to a dispensary. You're going to go to a dispensary, but there's going to be entertainment. There's
Yeah.
going to be a restaurant, and that project, hopefully you will have us back once we're able
Anytime.
to solidify that project. I kid you not, Raul can attest to it. We're working on something that, if it goes through, it's gonna be a landmark in El Paso. That's
Water
another-
burger
So
cannabis.
this is
No,
as
just
long as soon as it hits recreational, this is a go. Like
right.
having that lounge that you're able to use
Nice.
and everything. Like that's super cool. That's
It's
really
happening.
cool.
It's happening to, it's happening to El Paso because we're. I grew up in Sunland Park.
Okay.
And we never said, "Hey, I'm from Sunland Park." Now I do because now I'm proud of my town. But when we were growing up, we were from El Paso.
El Paso,
you know?
Simón.
We're like, "Hey, somos El Paso."
Yep.
But I'm like, no, I'm really not. I'm like actually from New Mexico.
Yeah.
But you guys adopted us. You got El Paso has our the closest city to us in Sunland Park.
Yeah.
It's Las Cruces. I mean, the closest biggest city that we don't
45
have.
minutes away.
Right. So then we're from El Paso. You guys, everything that we did it in right there in Sunland Park Mall, Mesa Street,
Yeah,
in
I
that
get you.
area. And now that the proximity, look at Chaparral. I mean, Chaparral's gonna being so close to the border. You're gonna be able to just walk across, go to Chaparral, go to Sunland Park, go to
badass.
Anthony, go get gummies, go get flour, shatter, wax, dab, whatever you guys like. And
Flour?
It's gonna
Wait. So you can make it into
Plants.
flower?
Flower. That's what it is. Plants.
flower plants. Yeah,
Flower.
Oh, flower.
Flower?
I thought like you can make like
¿Vas a hacer harina?
like flour. By the way, why'd you guys steal Western Playland from us?
Oh yeah, I know the story, but I don't know if I want to say it or not.
It was your fault. No,
Actually, no. Like I'll go into very.
I never win. I'm
No,
not
I'll tell you why.
It's
At that
badass.
point, I'll tell you why. At that point,
okay.
the owner, Pat Thompson, he was getting like shackled down by the reps. I mean, or allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly, he was getting like shaken down by the reps in El Paso at that time. They were asking him like for contributions, like huge contributions for their campaigns, and he found that location, and he's like, I just need to leave El Paso.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I didn't even know. I thought
It's
it was
just not the same though, man. It doesn't have the same vibe, you know. Growing
Yeah, no,
up,
it
going
doesn't.
to,
I mean, it was right next to the lake.
Escárate, right?
It was
Yeah.
right next to the lake. Why are you pulling up? We know what Western Playland is. Oh, this is El Bandido.
Everybody's been on Bandido, huh?
You know what? I went once, and it was a long ass time ago, and I never went back.
It's fun, man.
It kind of
You go?
stinks.
You guys
I've been there. We went there. That's when we found out my wife was pregnant. Actually, that we went there.
Why?
That's a weird way to say it.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
it'd be weird if you said that's where you conceived.
Well,
you know, on El Bandido.
That's where my daughter was.
On the way down,
En las motitos que van así de la.
Jesus.
La ruleta.
Ándale, exacto.
That's my hometown, brother. San
Hey,
Bernardo, Mexico.
Oh man, I used to be scared of that ride.
That's so
Hey,
cool.
but
I
isn't
did
it
like
funny that
the-
everybody knows it? El Bandido.
El Bandido, that's like the roller coaster.
The view though is pretty cool. Like
But then
it
you
shows
go to
everything.
like Six Flags and you're like, oh, this thing is shit. Have you ever been to Six Flags?
Actually, you know what? Like we've had family that they come from Mexico. They have like a Six Flags over there, and
Oh, that's
and then-
true.
And you're like, ¿qué es esto?
No, they're like, what do you think? Like, you take the kids. I'm like, let's take them to Western Playland. You're like,
Like,
oh.
what is
I mean,
this?
let's be honest. I mean, we'll go into like we usually go to carnivals that are like coming out of a truck. Like te subes en un ride que salió de una pinche troca.
Sí.
Right.
I don't know how much you would trust that. I wanted to talk to you about a little bit about marketing because like I'm looking at your bottle. It's a badass bottle, by the way. It's like
I know.
professional as
Everything you click on, it works and it's flawless. Like it just transitions into it.
Well, that's
pretty
Raul.
well.
I mean, and it's he
Yeah,
has a
it's
knife for
badass,
that.
man.
We look, and that's another thing. And I'm happy. I guess I'm gonna commend Raul after this because go to other websites. You click on something and it's not done.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a process.
Yep.
It doesn't have like a
Yep.
flow. People don't understand
Look.
what's going on.
All of this is beautiful.
Dude, this looks better than Amazon, I'd say.
Oh, I like that snapback.
Hey.
Those are you guys are gonna get some. We'll send
Oh
them.
shit! Oh, thanks, man. Well,
Look at that.
like I
look
said,
at that.
oh shit! I like
That's
this.
crazy.
I like this like aesthetic to it. I was gonna ask because I grew up like watching like a lot of. I didn't have cable, so I grew up like watching a lot of like Mexican TV. So I was like Baba de Caracol and like Goicochea and all that shit. Like I used to watch all those ads.
What the hell?
But like I feel like you guys like Moco de Gorilla. Like I was like, you guys ever thought about doing anything something like
It's
that?
coming.
Like
Yeah.
okay. Oh, for real?
Yeah, like
Okay.
that's what we were talking about. This was, I guess, this is our original line.
Okay.
But we're getting into like the holistic, something more funky.
Oh,
which
you
is
guys got
gonna be-
pet CBD too.
Pet CBD. I mean, and this is very pretty much what you're gonna find throughout all of the CBD brands right now. But the products that we have in the works, they're gonna be a little bit more funkier.
Okay.
There's some, I mean, just other things that we're working on. Hopefully, and the
Damn,
flagship
I'm
store
excited,
is gonna
man.
be.
Yeah, we want to have kind of like a premium line. You know, for
Oh,
like
shit.
That, for like that person that wants something a little bit more premium, and then we want to have like you were saying, like a funky line, maybe like Moco de Gorilla, something
Okay,
fun.
like something custom or
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get
It's coming.
That's badass.
That's great. Yeah, options. That's cool.
When you guys were thinking about like, oh, it's gonna be something big, like I was like already thinking like, oh, imagine do like a Whataburger CBD crossover, like that'd be
like
sick.
things are coming. Like
Okay.
actually, not
Jesus
CBD.
Christ.
I mean, CBD. Like we
Okay,
have.
I get you, I
I
get
guess
you.
we and I like it because podcast. You just throw
Yeah.
your brain out.
I get you.
But there's other projects that we're working on, like
Okay.
huge. That you guys are gonna be like, wow, that's something.
Yeah,
cool.
man, we definitely want to have you guys back anytime. Like, and then if we get a chance to shoot at the store,
It's coming. Like it's gonna be like we have like the layout's been done. The
Okay.
construction should. I mean, it was delayed, but
Okay.
we're well right now. We're backed up about 45 days. So hopefully soon we'll be able to do that.
Now, sorry, I'm like jumping around a lot of topics, but it's because. So you guys have an FAQ, like a lot of websites have FAQ.
Yeah.
Can I was wondering if you guys have any like memorable unfrequently asked questions, like just like a question like, what the like, why did you ask that? Like, you guys have any like weird like questions that people have asked you about CBD? Like, has anyone asked you like if does it cure corona or something?
No, but there is brands out there that are maximizing and the opportunistics.
No.
Yeah, that they were saying, and it doesn't. No, I'll tell you guys right now, CBD doesn't cure corona. CBD doesn't. It's not gonna go ahead and cure cancer. CBD will not go ahead and fix everything. You know, you hear people like, I'll try CBD. No, I mean, do your research.
Okay.
Know what it does. And the main factors of it, which is going to be an anti-inflammatory, which is we can prove that, and it helps with certain issues. And let's try it with that, but don't fall for shams. Don't fall for what CBD is not. And I like facts, you know, and I don't like to sell hope, and especially because, like I said, from the clinic, we got all sorts of cases, like sad cases. Sad cases. And I would see it. They would actually go to vape shops, and we would tell them, we're not a vape shop, we're not a smoke shop, we're a clinic. We have. Then our doctors are not. They're not shamans. They're not like curanderos. They're like, these are board certified doctors. They can prescribe opiate, prescription meds, Adderall, whatever, or cannabis. We're doctors. I mean, aside from me, I wasn't a doctor, but I'm like, these guys are doctors. They're not gonna go ahead and prescribe something that is not.
It's like everything's legit. It's not the wild west.
Yeah, I'm like, you give me your insurance, and I'm gonna charge you your insurance, and we're gonna go ahead and evaluate you. So people put hope, and you know, and the system, and I want to make sure that whatever we give is what they're gonna get delivered. You know, and I think that's fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
Right on.
It's crazy. We talked a lot about how your brand is growing, and I don't know. I want to be a part of it. You got me hyped. Yeah, you got me hyped. Hey, man. I believe in the product. I believe in the product because after burning the flower and doing whatever it does, I do use the rub. Like I rub it on my knees. Because I started running a lot since we don't have a gym. I started running a lot, and I did use it on my knees, and it feels way better.
What does that do?
Way better.
What is it? It's like a topical.
It's a topical, it's a different blends. So pretty much what it does, it's an anti-inflammatory. So it works on the spot, on the region that you're like him. If he's running and he's that's where dosage comes in. If you get a rub that is 300 milligrams, that's all he needs. He doesn't have to put more. So what it does, it's a temporary relief. If you take more like a sublingual every day, so now the CBD is going to be working in all your body, getting the inflammation away as a long-term treatment, rather than you actually going
just rubbing it
and it takes it away on that time. But we go back to the same thing. Maybe you won't even need the CBD as a treatment because you're overall healthy and you ran, and obviously you ran and there was inflammation and that works. So it's going back to education
and situational as well. I mean, because you're talking about, I mean, maybe I don't want it all the time, but when I run, I do want to rub it on. So I will need to use it, you know?
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
What?
I smiled at him.
Yeah, did I not make sense?
No, you did.
You did to me.
The what?
But you made sense to me.
Okay.
Your
no, I'm just smiling at him. I don't know. Okay, so educate me, man. How would I take this particular one?
Well, what's wrong with you? Why do you want to take it?
Well,
¿Qué tienes tú? Anxiety, depression.
Look at it, it's calling me out. You don't know what I have, fool.
¿Qué tienes? ¿Qué te pasa?
Tengo hemorroides. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I have anxiety.
And you know, like start taking 5 drops. See what you feel whenever you're getting that anxious.
Under
the tongue, maybe like take 5 to 6 drops under your tongue. It has like an oily flavor, and then take it for a couple of days.
Okay.
Or as you guys can see, I'm always already like super excited. So I wake up. I like to take it in the morning because it just puts me back like in the normal place.
Okay.
People like maybe that are more mellow, they like to take it in the afternoon because they're gonna just go ahead and go and have a better sleep. So you overall gotcha. CBD stays in your system, so overall it starts working on your day. Your mood starts getting better. Maybe the anxiety will lessen.
Okay.
Or that's a good size to start.
Alrighty.
Because if you start with something higher. I mean, CBD works, guys. CBD really does work.
Okay.
But you can actually get more anxiety because your mind is overworking. Yeah.
Okay.
So then a lot of people say, hey, well, I got more anxiety. I'm like, hey, cut it. Let's start low, and then you can go ahead and decide.
Okay. Oh, so you're saying like start with like you said 5 and then like
5, 6 drops and then just poquito más. Yeah.
Bajando like 2
Sí, y si no sirve, pero de todos modos le podemos subir de 300 a 600 o de 600 a 1000 o de 1000 a 1500. So that's the potency.
Gotcha.
But always start low, and people like it. I mean, I've had customers that have been with me for years, and they keep purchasing. That they like it, and like I said earlier, I mean, endless testimonies of people that like it. But it's things are good, and the brand keeps working. I think that our name, I'll tell you, I mean, we have a good name. I don't know if well, maybe you want to research it, but see, Cannabica, people tell me why Cannabica. I'm like, it's an actual word.
Oh, is it?
It's not like an acronym or anything like that. It's like the science of cannabis in Spanish and in Portuguese. So es la ciencia canábica. O sea, mucha
Hey, look at that.
Put definition. Oh.
On the very top.
Hey, you guys are Google verified. That's it.
Yeah.
It's over.
Where I put it?
No, like
just
put,
like-
put up
like-
definition.
Definition?
Yeah, so I mean, it comes
meaning or something.
Meaning. So
There
it's,
you go. Delivery. Oh.
It goes back to the cannabis. Like, it goes
Okay.
back to it's in Spanish. It's in Spanish, but
Okay.
everyone like in Mexico or it's down south, like Comunidad Canábica, Ciencia Canábica.
Gotcha,
it's a
gotcha.
very, very good name.
And it has a nice ring to it.
Thanks.
Cannabica.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cannabica. It's better than Terricolas. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding.
What's up
Hey,
with that?
but-
What's up with that name?
But everybody confuses you with los terrícolas de los del grupo.
Dude.
I thought, I mean,
Jesus.
because when Raul told me, I'm like, los terrícolas, I'm like, no, he told me, he's like, hey, do you know los terrícolas? I'm like, yeah, my mom likes them.
I said that
Well,
too.
actually, I like them.
Yeah, my father-in-law told us, like, ¿cómo se llama your podcast? Los Terricolas. Like, Terricolas, because he doesn't like that band. He's like, Terricolas. And I'm like, ¿por qué sí? But I'm just like, listen, I'll tell you right now, I was outvoted 2-1. I wanted to do something different, but like, it is what
You
it
wanted
is.
to do stiff turd.
No, okay, hold up.
Shut your filthy
Don't just
mouth.
start saying like.
That's what he said.
No, hold on.
Stiff
Yeah, but
turd.
don't.
That's what he wanted to
but give
name it.
Let me give you some background of why. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Jesus.
shit, it's gonna be worse when I explain it. Huh?
That sounds like some kind of alternative band name.
Hey, there you go, tough turd.
We're stiff turd, bro.
Yeah. We used to when we were little kids, like man, even when we were little kids, we knew we were gonna do something like this because we used to have a little boom box and you could record on it.
Yep.
And we would do like a fake radio
You guys
show.
are like friends, like since kids.
Oh, we're cousins.
Oh, you're cousins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mi primo. So I would go to his house all the time.
Te lo arrimo.
Hey. Cochino. No, but we would do these like recordings where we'd be like, okay, estamos aquí with our little highest voices, you know. Estamos aquí y el show se llama Caca Dura. We would say that.
Oh, yeah.
Caca Dura.
The original TikTokers? Or
Yeah,
what?
there you go, dude. It's kind of cringy now looking it back, but we're like, este es el sonido misterioso. We would do like random shit like that, like an actual radio show. And so we were thinking about like Caca Dura. We always kind of said that like it was like an inside joke. But then, like, I was thinking, like, well, if we're going to do a title, let's do something that kind of means something to all of us, you know what I'm saying? Something that, like, describes who we are. So I was thinking, how about, like, tough turd? Because it's almost like tough shit. Like, if you don't like it, like, tough shit. In my mind, I was like, that's clever. But, we...
So
we
where
opted
los
for
terrícolas? Who came up with it? You did?
Our other cousin, Irvin,
yeah.
he came up with Terricolas podcast.
He was just copying the name from that band.
I don't think so.
I think
it sounds
he told
cool.
me.
It just sounds cool, I guess, because of the earth and whatnot. But
he does like space a lot, if you guys can tell.
yeah, he likes space.
Yeah, that's all his stuff. So, man, I guess that's what it was.
he likes to...
And he likes space, and I don't know. I just went with it. I mean, for me, when we started it, I was like, let's just do it. Like, let's just do something.
Right,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
And eventually, I mean, if we wanted to change the name or whatever, like,
It's too late,
switch
man.
it up. It's too late. Well, he says it's too late
I
because
think it's too late.
I
You guys don't think it's too late?
It's never too late.
Ask Raul. I mean, he knows about brands. I mean, it depends.
What do you think? When is it too late?
To go back.
I mean, I think you guys are at a good time to change it right now.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I'm not trying to downplay you. I mean,
No, get it.
But you're not that huge yet.
Oh, that's
I mean,
good,
you're
that's
still
good.
about less than 200 followers.
Yeah.
Already?
So I think, I mean, if you guys are really like serious about it, I think right now is the time
What
to
if-
freshen up the image. And
What
change
if
the
we
name.
already paid for the logo?
You know what? That happens, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, we'll pay for another one.
How
What do you
much
mean?
did you pay for the logo?
Hey, how much do we pay for it? How much do
Yo
we
les
pay?
regalo uno si quieren.
Oh,
Dang.
We have an in-house graphic designer.
Really? That's smart.
okay.
That's smart.
Hey,
You
that's
guys
like a
don't
minute for having
outsource
it.
that
Okay.
work.
Hey,
So who works on this? Do you
I wasn't
work
sure
on
if you gave me your
this?
hand. My bad.
Well, we was like, actually, it was like,
I know. Wait. That was like such a Jesus. What kind of time are we living in? He went like this to shake my hand, but I'm like, does he want me to touch it? Because I've done that before, where I go like that, and people that's así. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
It's not that it's a weird time. It's a Corona time.
but
it
I
is
mean,
a
it's
weird
up to
time.
you guys. I mean,
Okay.
maybe have another meeting and be like, hey, you know what? We're liking what we're doing, but we still don't. That doesn't represent us.
I get you.
But I mean, my input. I'm not really like. Oh, I'm sorry. You good?
Oh, maybe
Hello?
maybe
Hello?
the mic came out. Did it?
All right. Hello.
Can you hear yourself?
No.
I could hear you.
You could hear me.
No. Well, yeah, but he just can't hear himself through the headphone.
Oh, I mean, if it doesn't need to. Okay. I mean,
that's better.
No, I don't hear myself anymore.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Te desconectaste?
Se apagó.
¿Te desenchufaste?
La pila se la acabó la pila.
No, it's not battery. Well, it is, but like if it's not connected to this, you don't know.
Oh, I see.
Or like explain that.
Hello. Well, no, I
better?
mean, if it's still there.
Yeah.
Switch it.
What? Switch
Test. No, it's going right.
Yeah, no.
okay, I mean, if
no.
it's on,
We
it's on.
can hear you.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just that you can't hear
Okay.
it for some
It
reason.
doesn't matter. No.
Anyway, sorry.
So, what was I saying?
I was
You were
talking about
saying-
in-house. You guys have. So you guys have a guy that does this
Oh, yeah.
in-house and the graphics and stuff. That is super
So
smart.
I mean, I'll give you guys a logo if you guys don't already do it. I mean, that's like a gift from us.
Oh, wow.
So
How do you guys?
damn.
Okay, wait. Pause. So you're part of that, right? You hired this guy or girl to do this.
Well, Christian already had him on the team.
Okay.
So I just kind of came in and took over oversight.
Okay.
So you guide them, like, look, this is how it's gonna go.
Yeah,
and
exactly. You know,
More
this is-
green, less green.
Right, exactly. For example, like you guys familiar with Tiger King?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. So that came out. So right away, I'm
Who's
like,
trying
okay,
to start?
right. We need
Just
to
do something.
Yeah, we need to make a post about this because this is like the
Gotcha.
the viral
The thing
thing.
right
So
now.
Carol Baskins.
yeah,
I
so
saw it.
there you go.
Hey, look at that. That's awesome. That's amazing. That's pretty good Photoshop.
Yeah.
So-
So
Very good.
yeah, so I try to stay on top of like national holidays,
Trends
stuff
and
like
stuff
that,
like-
trends.
gotcha.
And I just kind of put the word out there to the graphic designer, and
Okay.
then if we need to do updates to the website, we work with the graphic designer and the guy that does the web development as well.
Damn.
Okay. Well, damn. We'll definitely. Well, then we'll be in touch for
Right.
sure. Then.
And then
Yeah,
we
it
we
makes
have,
a big difference when it looks clean and
Yeah.
well put. It makes
Yeah.
a big difference.
absolutely.
So, I think you guys like when Raul going back to your name. I mean, that he's like, los Terricolas are. I'm like, I told him the first thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
But maybe maybe us that are regional, we can get it. But maybe when your reach is out, more
Right.
people are not gonna know what los Terricolas are.
Right.
It may work. Maybe just outweigh it.
Then you're like, who's a Terricolas?
And that's why
Terricolas.
at first we were called Los Terricolas Podcast, but I was like, I think it's gonna be we're gonna get false hits. We're gonna get everybody's gonna get.
yeah.
So let's just call it Terricolas Podcast. Just
But
so we
even
don't-
then,
yeah, look, you can even see right
but
there.
even then,
like,
we're like 4 off from that. Look,
yeah.
1,
Hey,
2,
we're getting
3,
up there, man.
4, look,
That's not bad.
on the search.
Because if you look up how do women pee, my video is not number 1 anymore.
Oh, and that's how it.
It used to be number 1. Like if you look up how do women pee, I made a video about that, and it used to be number 1. But now I'm 3rd. That's okay, but it's okay. We're still in the top 3. You know what I'm saying?
I just saw a vagina.
Oh yeah, that is a vagina. Anyway, well, damn, that's a really informative video.
And what other ideas do you guys have for names? Have you
For
guys?
names, you know what? I never. I
workshop-
just
we
went
haven't
with it.
worshipped anything
I
yet.
didn't even think we were gonna have guests. To be honest with you, we just started going with it, and people started liking our energy and the way
Yeah.
we were talking and the
Then
topics
you guys
that
are
we
going to have
had.
it.
And
really have
that's
engagement.
it. Like people started watching, and people wanted to actually come onto the show, and be a part of it, and we started growing and growing. And I don't know how it happened, but it happened.
When the day that we got the studio, that's when we were like, what the hell? Like I knew I was like, what the fuck is happening? You know what I mean? Like what is like we were just it was just 3 guys.
Either way, I mean, we're super grateful that
Yeah,
you guys
for sure.
do want to
Thank
be a part of it and come here and
awesome.
and put out your product. And I think that's super cool. When you guys give us a shout out and everything, we're just interchanging people. So I think that's super cool. Thank you guys. Appreciate your time.
We're local. Let's help each other. Like
local,
I said,
definitely.
Our store's gonna be open soon. You guys, like I said, for the first week we do a show over there and do a live. I mean, go and just keep at it. And I mean,
It'll
like,
be your,
hey,
your
then we'll
first
put
show
los
with a live audience.
No, we're gonna put los Terricolas are gonna be here. We're gonna get all the señoras.
Dijeron que iban a estar los Terricolas.
No, because I've actually done shows with, I don't know if you guys know who Los Frontera are.
I've heard, yes, I've heard.
Bueno, we've had them at a couple of at the local fairs and everything.
Okay, nice.
So like all of the ladies that follow me, I'm gonna put it like in my Facebook. Like, okay. Los Terricolas are gonna be like las señoras ahí esperando su.
No, they're like, man, they haven't aged.
That's why I was telling them. I was the one that told them drop the los. Like don't use los.
I think
just
I said
Terricolas.
I'm just kidding.
That's his idea. So whose idea was it?
I don't even remember. It probably was him.
To drop the los?
Yeah,
Maybe you should get one of their real hits and then like do some beats with it.
Put our heads on one of the CD covers.
Actually, that would be good.
Where is it?
Hasta que nos hagan
Put
copyright.
some wigs on and then put
There you go.
the attire.
I want to be the accordion guy. Do they play accordion? I don't even know. I haven't listened to their songs ever.
We'll do this one.
I know their songs. I mean, but I can not on top of my head, but I think I can.
Play a little bit. Para que no nos hagan flag. Okay. All right. Yeah. I get you. I
can be that guy. I'll be that guy.
The dude in the center?
Yeah.
Damn. Nah, we can't pull off those outfits, man. You kidding me?
No, we can't.
I can't pull off blue. But that's awesome, man. Again, thank you guys. I don't know if you guys have anything.
No, I mean we're good. It's an amazing a vibe. It's fun and the experience.
Thank you.
It's very cool. Congratulations on what you guys are doing.
Yeah, man.
Keep at it, and I mean, it's there.
Same.
If
Likewise.
we can help you, I mean,
Likewise.
Raul likes to help, and
Okay.
I'll speak for him for myself that we like to help, and if we can, hey, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about that?
Okay.
Hey, shoot it to us.
All right,
And
sweet.
we're there.
Yeah, man. Do you guys have anything you want to plug? I mean, we'll link everything. We'll link the website and
The
Instagram and
website, your
everything.
Instagram.
Just follow us www.cannabica.com.
Okay.
If you guys want to go ahead and try our products, like I said, do your research. CBD is everywhere, but there's something about CBD. I mean, just keep this in mind. There's a lot of CBD, but not all CBD is Cannabica.
made the same.
So that sets us apart. When you try CBD or you try Cannabica, it's either or. So try us out, and we'll go from there.
Already.
Thank you guys.
Sounds good. Hey, thank you, Raul. Thank you, Christian.
Thank you, guys.
And you guys, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram. We got the TikTok. We got this Facebook. Everything.
Twitter. Now we're on Twitter.
Dude, we got
too.
a crap ton. I'm not on Twitter.
I started
personally,
posting
I'm not
dumb
on
stuff.
Twitter. Okay, but you guys can follow us and all that stuff, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.